Welcome students to this video lecture on the paper in Elementary Phonetics and Spoken English. This video is on phonemes of British RP. So in this video lecture you'll be introduced to all the phonemes that are there in the British RP. Phonemes are the notations for the sound symbols. So this particular thing, it is useful for you to understand and to represent the sounds in English. So this will also work for you in semester 5. Alright, so pay attention to it. So let's begin.
Okay, so this is the complete British RP phoneme chart. All the sounds of British RP are listed here. So we'll one by one see each sound, and we'll also look up some examples, okay, for each sound. And then what you have to do is be familiar with these sounds and try to identify the sounds in words so that you can further go on to transcribe words and then list down the sounds in a word. That is called as phonemic transcription. So that is in your syllabus. So to be able to do the phonemic transcription, you need to identify the sounds in a word. So that's why we look up each individual sound that are there in British RP, and then slowly by practice you will be able to identify the sounds in a word. So let us first begin with consonant sounds. So these are all the consonant sounds. Okay, so let's begin with the first sound. So what I'll be doing is I'll just play the sounds here, and then each sound I'll play it twice and then the examples for it. All right, so listen carefully and practice. So that was the first sound, and then let's see some examples. Okay,
pull, stop, apple, p, p.
okay, so that was the first sound for you. Now let's likewise we'll be shifting to all the sounds and we'll listen to each sound one by one with its examples. So all you have to do is you can go back or forward in the video and listen to each and every sound and practice it. So this will also help you improve your pronunciation of English. All right, so let's move on to the next sound. Now the examples.
For, food, fish,
So in this you can see that in examples the alphabet which carries that sound is highlighted. In the first one also, see the alphabets that carried that sound, those were representing those sounds, have been highlighted. So here, similarly here, so the red alphabets in the word carry those sound. Okay, so let's move on to the third one.
t, t,
And now the examples.
tree, stop, want, earth, thigh, throw,
Next,
ch, ch, teacher, chair, choice.
Next.
Stop. Sit. Fast. K. K. Walk. Dark. Cup. K. K. Sh. Sh. Shoe. Fish. Sh. Sure. Sh.
Okay, let's move on to the next line. Here we have
bet. About. Beer. B. Observer. Vow. V. Vote. V.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
D. D.
So example for these.
Door. Food. Said. D.
Next.
V. They. There. Bathe.
Okay, so move on to next.
J. J. Joke. Joy. Lounge. J. Z. Z. Observer. Noise. President. Z. G. G.
Now the examples.
Grin. G. Green. Girl.
Listen to the sound once more.
G. G.
Okay, now next.
J. J. Casual. Casual. Measure. Pleasure. J. J.
Okay, now the last line.
Hot. Head. Heart.
Listen once more. Now the next sound.
Mm. Mm. Money. Lamb. My. Mm. 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 Grin.
Now the next sound.
mm, mm, mm. Sing. English. Drank. Mm. English.
Okay, now next sound.
Er.
Example for this.
Rule. Grin. Tree.
Now next sound.
All. Pull. Love. Rule. All.
Okay, now next.
W. Want. Way. Where. W.
Okay, now next sound. This looks like a J, but it is a
Y.
sound. Okay.
Y. Year. Yes. Yellow.
So some of these might look like English alphabets, and some of these are not familiar to us. So most of these are Latin or Greek alphabets, and those are used as a notation or representation of the sounds. Okay. Okay, so next
Yeah.
we'll move to the next one. Now let's see the vowel sounds. Okay, so there are, as you can see, 12 vowel sounds, pure vowel sounds, or it is also known as monophthongs. Okay, so we'll look up each sound and then there's examples. And as you know, in English there are only 5 vowel letters, but then there are more than 20 vowel sounds are there total. Here we have 12. These are the pure vowel sounds, and then we'll have more 8 vowel sounds, which are basically combination of sounds. So we'll just begin with this one, and I'll also try to click on the sounds and show you the difference between the two sounds, because in vowel sound the difference is very minor differences there in the pronunciation. That's why you need to pay more attention to this. Okay, so be more careful while listening to these sounds, and I'll just randomly click on the sounds so that you can just see the difference, compare the difference. Okay, so let's begin with the first one.
E. Seat. Green. Tree.
So this was the first sound.
E.
Okay, so this symbol that you see here, these two, in whichever sound this symbol is there, that means that sound is pronounced for a longer duration. And in the sounds where the sign is not there, as you can listen, it is pronounced for a shorter duration, and these are pronounced for a longer duration. All right, so once more you can hear the example.
Seat. E.
Now we'll go to the next sound. Now the example for these, this.
Sit. Grin. Fish.
Now the next sound.
foot,
Now I'll just play the previous sound and compare so that you can just notice or identify the difference in the sound.
it, foot, it, foot,
Okay, you see the difference? Now let's look at the example.
good, foot, pull, foot,
Now the next one.
ooh, ooh, food, rule, shoe, ooh,
Okay, now we'll head on to next sound.
eh, eh,
So don't think that it is looking like an E, so it is E. It is,
eh,
don't look it as the alphabet E, because here these alphabets are not the alphabets of English, but these are used as phonetic alphabets. That means alphabets representing a particular sound. Okay, so for this sound we'll look at the examples.
eh, head, bet, said, eh,
Next sound.
uh,
Now just listen to the difference.
eh, uh, 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 uh,
Okay, now we'll look at the example for this one.
teacher, observer, about,
Okay, now next one.
uh,
Pronounce for a longer duration. See the mark. Now the example for this.
girl, nurse, earth,
Okay, now the next sound.
or, or,
Okay, you saw the difference. Now we'll look at some example for this.
or, walk, door, for, or,
Okay, now the last line.
ah, ah,
Examples.
had, lamb, apple, ah,
Now the next sound.
ah, ah, ah,
Notice the difference.
ah, eh, ah,
Okay, now example for this one.
ah, cup, love, money, ah,
Okay, now next one.
ah, ah,
Now we'll just compare it.
ah, or, ah, or, ah,
Okay, now example for
ah,
this.
heart, dark, fast, ah,
Okay, now next sound.
oh, oh, or, oh, or, ah, oh.
Okay, so example for this sound.
O. Hot. Stop. Want.
Okay, so these were the pure vowel sounds. Okay, next we'll look up the diphthongs or the impure vowel sounds or the vowel combination or vowel glides. Okay, so these are diphthongs or the impure vowels. Why is it a diphthong? Because it is the combination of two vowel sounds, as you can see here. So it has the combination of two vowel sounds, but then these are considered as a single vowel sound because each one of these sounds are pronounced in a very short duration of time, and the sound moves from one sound to the other in a glide, in a smooth flow, without creating much difference or making it as two distinct sound. The flow is so smooth that it sounds as a single sound. So that's why these combinations are also studied as this different sound in the vowels. Okay, so there are a total of 8 diphthongs, but then here only 7 were mentioned, so I have added this last one. Okay, so we'll look up each one by one. So the first one is
Ear. Ear.
so this one was E sound, and this is a sound, so it is
Ear.
acting as a single sound. Okay, example:
Year. Beer. Ear. Ear. Ear.
okay, now the next sound.
Air. Air.
See how little difference is there.
Ear. Air.
Okay, now example
Air.
for this one.
Chair. Where. There.
Okay, the next one.
O. O.
Now example for this.
Joke. Vote. Throw. O.
Okay, now next one.
Ow.
Now compare it.
O. Ow.
Okay, now example for this one.
Vow. Lounge. Out. Ow.
Okay, now this one.
A. A. I. A. I. Oi.
Now you have seen the difference. Now we'll look at the example for each.
A. They. Bathe. Way.
Okay, now next one.
I. Thigh. Dice. My. I.
Okay, now last one, second last one.
Oi. Oi. Joy. Noise. Choice.
Okay, so the last sound was not already present here, so I have just added this one here. So I'll just pronounce it for you. So this sound is ua. Ua. Example for this is tua. Tua. The sound is ua. Ua. Alright, so this was diphthongs for you. So all the sounds are covered up here, and what you have to do is practice this, listen carefully, and then identify each and every sound in a word. So every word has combination of vowel sounds and consonant sounds, right? So you have listened to each and every sounds that are there in an English word that can possibly form an English word. So you know all the sounds. What you have to do is just listen carefully, try to identify the sounds in a word, and practice transcription. All right.